Do I want to give you guys my honest opinion right now on Battlefield? The game is absolutely fantastic. I love it. Like the movement in it. I can't give enough praise to the movement inside of this game. The way your character moves, being able to run while you're in crouched mode is absolutely fantastic. The slide. I mean, obviously, this is something I liked inside of Call of Duty, but having that slide inside of Battlefield is really important, especially if you get into a situation where you've got multiple enemies and you're trying to escape them and you're running and ducking and, you've got snipers all over the map, being able to slide and it makes it a little bit harder for snipers to hit you. The mantling and stuff feels very good. It's not real clunky. So when you mantle over something, you mantle over it pretty quickly and it feels fluid. That's one of those things I look for in movement is, if I have to jump over an object, how does that feel to me? Does it feel like me running and then mantling like it's all one move, or does it feel like I kind of stop and get into this slow motion thing and then come down on the other side? I don't get any of that. Like it just feels very natural. The maps are amazing. They feel to me more like what the Battlefield 4 that everybody loved so much, if it had the graphics that we have today. It was almost like they took a page out of that game and sort of brought it into the new age. So the maps are absolutely fantastic. The destruction of the buildings, like the realism when you see all of those roof tiles and brick and wood and things collapsing in on itself, it really does make you feel like you're sort of in that battle, having the dust that kind of floats up around afterwards that kind of blocks your view. A lot of very small attention to detail that was put into this game. One of the big things that I just absolutely love about this game is the fact that they have an open weapon system. Most of you guys are going to know what an open weapon and a closed weapon system is. Obviously, with a closed weapon system, all of your weapons are going to be basically tied into whatever class that you play. But inside of this game, if you want to play as an engineer, if you want to be a person that repairs tanks and shoots down helicopters, and that's what you want to do, you can have that role and still have the decision to pick the type of weapon that you want. Hallelujah. I am so glad they added this to the game. I know there are so many people out there that are pulling their hair out.
Oh no, you can't have that, man. It's a class system.
To me, that way of thinking has been one of the things that has really damaged these types of games for me. You're really not doing your game justice when you lock the weapons down to a class. Now, I can understand locking the tools that that person needs to do their duty. You don't, want a medic running around with a blowtorch fixing tanks. That's why you pick the engineer class. But you also don't have to nerf them down to the ground either. Like in Battlefield, if you play as an engineer, you're forced to have to play with an SMG. An SMG is a short range weapon. You're playing in a game that has very large maps. You need a weapon sometimes that can reach out and battle against snipers and things like that. As an engineer class, you're running around, you're fixing tanks, you're doing things like that. You're a big target for snipers, and you need a weapon that you can defend yourself because a lot of times you're a sitting duck. So to me, being able to have an assault rifle as an engineer class means that I'm probably going to play as engineer sometimes. Like I'm willing to try these classes out that I won't play in other games. So to me, this is one of the biggest features that I just absolutely love about this game. The fact that the weapons are not tied down to the classes is just absolutely amazing. The graphics. Now, I just got a 5070 graphics card. That might be part of why mine looks the way it does right now, but the game, it just looks fantastic. It feels fantastic. Another big thing that I like too, the recoil of the weapons actually feels really good. I know a lot of people were complaining about this after the first set of beta tests, and they made some changes to it, or they said they were going to. The guns did feel like they had a little bit more recoil this time, but they felt a lot more natural. They actually felt like the way that they should feel inside of a Battlefield game. I haven't really played with the vehicles that much, so I'm not really going to speak to how the vehicles and stuff feel, but people seem to really enjoy those. I really honestly think that this game is leaps and bounds ahead of anything that we've seen from Battlefield over the past 10 years. I mean, by far, probably one of the best Battlefield games that I've played next to Battlefield 1. And of course, the original Battlefield 4 that everybody fell in love with, Battlefield Bad Company, games like that. You know, I mean, obviously, those were big favorites too. I don't want to put those down because those were amazing games too. But it seems like after Battlefield 1, everything else just kind of has not been the same. And this is the first time since Battlefield 1 that I have been excited to play a Battlefield game again. So I will probably be playing this game quite often. And as long as it doesn't end up being a buggy mess like it was in the past, I think it'll be okay. I actually do. Kudos to DICE, man. I think they did a fantastic job on this, and I cannot wait to get my hands on the full version and really see exactly what this game can do.